So the drivers and the agendas, but particularly my motivations, are really working with lots of different disciplines, particularly within science and technology. So I'm currently working on 3 projects on antimicrobial resistance, and I'm working with veterinary scientists, but also microbiologists. And it's really the challenge is actually working with different perspectives on a problem, but also the different languages we use, and it's trying to find a sort of common goal within those research spaces, and that's the exciting part of it. I think really one of the most fundamental insights has been that particularly in these very complex social contexts, you're actually learning all the time as you're going through the research. There's no sense of, there are experts within specific disciplines, but actually in terms of how we're working together as a team, this is a really ongoing process. Everything's quite emergent. We're having to rethink problems, going back into the field. Did this data collection work? How can we, so it's very reflective. And I think projects I've worked on before, data collection is a much more contained process where you're going in, you're gathering the data, you're coming out and you're analysing this. This is so messy that actually you're having to just keep revisiting what you're doing, how you're approaching it, and whether you're really actually being true to the context. So I think for me that's been one of the biggest insights on the current work that I'm doing. I think social design is still an emerging area, and there's lots of opportunities for it to really sort of work in new ways, but it's also been very European and very Western orientated. So I think through my work, particularly in India, working in a low to middle income country, and taking tools, methods, experimenting with them in these new contexts, but also actually working with non-designers, so veterinary scientists, microbiologists, and also taking them through this very action-orientated process with their own research is really exciting, and their feedback has been immense in terms of us rethinking what the problems are. They've been, great to learn in terms of adapting their own methods of data collection. So I think really in terms of its contribution, it's just taking it into a new context, new challenges, and actually being able to reflect on that, I hope, will really add to the field. The future of social design and design for sustainability, I mean, with all the discussion at the moment at government and also with citizens around what the future holds actually for young people and for just the planet, it's got to have a huge role to play. We can't ignore inequalities, we can't actually ignore the actions of production, and also whether it's food or whether it's health. So I can only see the future of the subject growing.